Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video. I don't have my tinfoil hat on today, but we're going conspiracy diving Hearthstone wise. Is a Deathlight class coming to Hearthstone as soon as the very next expansion. There are some pretty good evidence out there that might indicate that, as well as there was a hotfix that went live in Hearthstone. I'll give you a quick little update on that. Nothing major. It'll be very quick. And we also have our giveaway going on for the rewards track. I'm giving away 3 of them. That includes like the diamond cards, all the cool portraits coming out, XP boost, all of that. All you have to do is like and comment on the video in the description below. Subscribe to the channel. If we hit 56,000 subscribers by next Tuesday, don't think it's happening, but if it does, I will add another rewards track to the giveaway. So hit that sub button, make me go broke. So before we get into the Death Knight stuff and a lot of cool convincing evidence, I want to go into a hotfix here that just went live. It's pretty minor. Battlegrounds players will be pretty happy though. Greasebot is being temporarily removed from the Battlegrounds mini pool. I've seen tons of BG creators complaining it's too good, all of that. So they're temporarily removing it, probably just to figure out how to readjust it or whatever. So that's no longer there. There was a bug with Joust where you could reveal a freaking spell instead of a minion. I think especially on like the 2-mana Hunter minion, I saw a picture of that. It jousted a tracking. They fixed that. There's a fix on an achievement that wasn't working. They buffed Dexwabby, the Darius Crowley minion, to a pirate, because it's a pirate in Battlegrounds as well, so that's good, although I think Darius is still really weak. But by the way, they are talking about buffing him already, so I think Darius will not stay the way he is for too long. And you also won't be able to roll quests based on Murder or Cathal Mastery requirements. There's like locations, infused cards. You shouldn't be able to roll any of those until the expansion comes out. So there's all that. So that's the hotfix. Nothing major, but nice quality of life stuff. And it's good to see that they're fixing what little bugs there are, because there haven't been a ton lately very quickly. So Death Knights. Are Death Knights coming to Hearthstone? Well, we have this Reddit thread. I'm going to link it down below. It's by Roven22. Go give them an upvote. Go give them an upvote, because there's a lot of interesting analysis here as to why we might be seeing Death Knights as soon as the next expansion. And normally I don't make a whole video based on a Reddit thread, but there's a lot of convincing evidence as well as some stuff on Twitter I want to show here that also supports this. So there's a lot of stuff that kind of makes sense. So he goes in depth here as to why he believes that there is Death Knights coming to Hearthstone. And it's a lot about what Ixar and Benley have mentioned throughout the year. So Ixar has stated that the next expansion is going to be the largest expansion that they've ever done. That he has stated this. It was asked late last year what the top priority was for the team now that Mercenaries have been released, and a part of his answer was saying a bigger than normal set at the end of next year. And this does seem strange to give a single expansion top priority if there were not like something very large coming with it. And if it's something bigger than normal, it would make sense. Well, if they're adding a new class, they got to add its own core set of cards. They got to add like 3 expansions worth of cards. You would think you would save adding a new class to the beginning of a standard rotation, right? That's what they did with Demon Hunter and Ashes of Outland, but who knows? Maybe they want to throw that curveball. They want to get those holiday sales. Maybe they have indication that packs sell better around Christmas. I have no idea, but that is a reasonable thought as to why it would be bigger than ever, because again, even compared to Ashes of Outland, that included a whole other class. If it's bigger than that, you got to think something. And Ixar's made many tweets about Death Knights as a new class over the years, one of which was a poll asking if fans would rather have a monk or a Death Knight, and Death Knight won that poll by a handful of percentage points. It was also said that they will most likely do another class, our new class, as Demon Hunter was well received overall. Yeah, my YouTube comments will like to disagree a lot, man. I mean, when Demon Hunter launched, it was like one of the worst things ever. Help launch my YouTube channel. Or you want to look up original Zeddy rant videos? Demon Hunter, Ashes of Outland. There's quite a few doozies out there. But personally, I actually do like the class. Soul Fragment Demon Hunter is one of my favorite decks ever. Really enjoyed that. I thought Death Rattle Demon Hunter is pretty cool. Big Demon Hunter, although it hasn't worked a lot, is pretty sweet. There's a lot of cool stuff in Demon Hunter, and I just find the class to be enjoyable to play. It's just when it's oppressive aggro-wise, that's not so fun. So that's usually where you hear the negative feedback with Demon Hunter, is when they're, you know, killing you really, really way too fast. But overall, I will say I do believe Death Knight in the long run has been a success for the game. I mean, it's just something cool to play, and plus it has the 1000 win portrait. Illidan looks so freaking good. Anyways, yeah, so he said it's been received well and they're definitely open to more. He said that the other options are either Death Knight, Monk, or a new class entirely. He also said that Monk is at the bottom of that list. They don't seem too keen on Monks, although we were getting hints earlier this year, right? I think the first expansion of the year, we thought maybe it was going to be Pandaria. Maybe we're getting Monk. I had a video on that. I think Rarran had one, maybe even Regis. I'm not sure. We were all like, are we getting Pandaria? And no, we haven't yet. So maybe this is all just a ruse to distract from the Monk release. I don't know. And Ben Lee also said in an interview that the first set of this year leans heavily into Hearthstone, the second one leans heavily into World of Warcraft, and the third one leans more so into general Warcraft history, and Deathlights are definitely something that's related more to general Warcraft history rather than being Hearthstone or World of Warcraft specific. So I agree with that. Exar has also stated in one of his AMAs that doing Death Knight is not a matter of if, but when. And I can verify, I've read every Exar AMA. I remember all of these. I'm not going to link and provide proof, but he certainly has said all this stuff. You can go through Regis's AMA recaps to find these, I'm sure. But anyways, continuing on, Exar said that they think at the rate at which they could come up with a new class is somewhere around every 2 to 3 years. Demon Hunter was released in April of 2020, which makes for about a November 22, or it could be December as well, 2022 release of Death Knight, about right in the middle of that range. So it'd be a little bit soon. Again, I would expect it in the beginning of standard rotation, but there is evidence to suggest if they're doing the biggest expansion ever, that it would be at the last set. And it could even tie in with like the Ratchet of the Lich King World of Warcraft classic re-release, which is happening just in a couple of months. So that could even work there. He also noted Ben Lee, who's no longer the game director of Hearthstone, once said in an interview that a part of his job description is making new classes. Seems somewhat strange to say that part of your job is making new classes when under his leadership, we only got one in Demon Hunter. It's very possible, however, that Death Knight was in fact in development while Ben Lee was still the game director. He just recently left, just a couple of months ago, which would make that statement make a bit more sense. It's also stated by Celestial on, I think he did one AMA this year, and he said that this year we would see the return of a keyword that would become evergreen. And he mentions here dormant, but dormant's been used multiple times. I believe it's already an evergreen keyword. We've seen it. I mean, hell, the Wild Seeds, they're dormant, but also Ashes of Outland, we saw the dormant minions there. Dormant is not something uncommon. We saw it with the Divers last expansion during Sunken City, so I don't think it's that. What he believes is the keyword is going to be reborn from Saviors of Uldum, and it would be used as like the Death Knight class keyword. Like, Demon Hunter has Outcast, they would just have a bunch of reborn stuff for the Lich King or the Death Knight class, and if you look in Battlegrounds, the Lich King, his hero power is reborn, so that would make sense. And we'll leave off with the biggest, perhaps the biggest piece of evidence yet, keeping a data mine in the most recent patch to Hearthstone of a location card frame template for Death Knight was found. It was also revealed there's no such location template for another class such as Monk, right? Or something new. There's only one for Death Knight, so it'd be kind of weird to add just Death Knight location templates and not something else if you're future proofing and all that. And this was revealed, discovered, I'll show it here, by Imic. Imic revealed this on Twitter. I guess it was originally spotted by a V-Ghost here, but Imic, I'm going to link his Twitter below too. He's one of my best sources for like Hearthstone leaks, news, all sorts of stuff. I don't always share everything because certain leaks I don't want to cover, but if you're looking for Hearthstone leaks, Imic is pretty much always there to post stuff. And he said, we already have other card templates for Death Knight, but I'll leave those for the Frozen Throne Adventure. The location has nothing to do with that, so unless they're plotting something, that makes no sense. And yeah, if you take a look at the image, you have like a dark black style of border. That would be like the Death Knight class cards. You even see legendary location possibly. So it's in the game, it's coded, and we're wondering why is that. And I'll leave off again with one last hint. Matt London, he's like the game modes lead. He also does a lot of like the Book of Mercenaries, Book of Hero stuff. He did all the story in that stuff. He said he teased a future expansion in Book of Mercenaries, but no one has found it. And this got Imic, who we just mentioned, sleuthing. And Imic found this in the game files. He found this comment in a Book of Mercenaries or Book of Heroes comment from Lorthamar in a boss battle. My great fear is that the Lich King will return to Silvermoon to finish the job. Does that mean we're getting a Silver Moon based expansion? I don't even know what that is because I don't know Warcraft that much, but you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is there validity to this? Do you think the next expansion will see the Death Knight added to Hearthstone, or maybe next year? Or is this all a giant ruse, just like we got kind of rused into thinking that the Monk in Pandaria was coming earlier this year? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Get your tinfoil hats on. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.